Hello everyone, welcome to data manipulation in Python. Oh, sorry. Okay, in Python we have four basic types of variables. Integer, that refers to integer numbers, both positive and negative. Float, that refers to decimal numbers, again, both positive and negative. Strings, that refer to any text. We could have numbers here, but we will not be able to do any mathematical operation with them, because it's a string, it's text. Boolean, that gives us logical values, which can be true or false, or 1 or 0. If Python is using true or false, it uses it with a capital letter at the beginning of each one of those two words. That's exactly what it says here. Then we have arithmetic operators, the ones that we are very familiar with: plus, minus, times, and division. Then we have double asterisk, which gives us exponentiation, double division, that gives us an integer, or floor division, it will give us back only the integer part of a division, and modulus, which will give us back only the remainder of a division. Then we have, in more complex expressions or mathematical operations, we have the same order as PEMDAS that you use in any math: parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, floor division, and modulus, and then addition and subtraction, same as any math. Then we have the comparison operators. These comparison operators always gives us an output that is a Boolean variable or a Boolean result in Python. Less than, less equal, greater than or equal, not equal to, and equal to. For equal to, we use two equals, because we use one equal for many things in Python, and using the two equals, we make very clear that it's a comparison operator. We have Boolean logic, we have logical data types, which gives us again a Boolean type. We have not, that it's exactly the opposite of what says in the expression, and that will give us true if both are true. If one of them is false, it's a false. And we have or, that will give us a true if one of these is true. It doesn't have to be both, it can be both, but with one, it will give us true. Then we have operators we use with string types. We have a plus and a times. In concatenation, we usually don't use this to print, but to assign to a variable. For example, a sentence equals my name plus is Daniela, and then sentence is equal to my name is Daniela. Repetition, ha times 4. If we do that, we will get ha 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 ha. 4 times ha. What happens if I don't have the types that I want? For example, if I have an input that gave me a 5 as a string and I want to do math with it, I will have to use integer of 5 of these 5, and it will give me an integer number. We can play with this one way or the other. If I use the float of 4.87, it will give me 4.87. But if I use the integer of 4.87, it will give me only a 4. In programming languages, we use variables to store whatever we're going to use later. And those variables, we can give them values and new values and new values. For example, if we have price equals 8 and quantity equals 10, we want to assign sales equal price times quantity, the answer is going to be 80. And we can use this in a cycle and have many times assigned this variable sales. There are some rules to use with the naming variables in Python. Yes, I'm sorry. Variables, the name should start with a letter or an underscore. Then you may continue with letters, underscores, or numbers. It should not contain blanks. So these variables are not valid because this starts with a number money sign and it's not valid. This one is not valid because it has a space here. Here we have a dash, a normal dash, and not an underscore. We can use it. This with an underscore would be valid, like here. One price is not valid, but price one is valid. Sales space two is not valid, but sales two is valid. So I think it's very easy rules that you can follow. Remember that PEMDAS is case sensitive, so these variables are all different. What most programmers do around the world is use all lowercase, so you don't forget when you use capitals, when you use them all capitals, capital at the beginning, or whatever other combination. So let's get used to use lowercase. If you want to use something else, go ahead, just don't forget how you use them. There are reserved words in Python that you cannot use as variables. So if at any time you have an error, you can come back and check if you're using one of these that makes it invalid. Very good. After you finish this presentation, you're going to go to the data manipulation activity where we have some text, some information, and then we have cases that we're going to solve. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Python. I already have here open my Jupyter. Remember, you're going to be saving wherever you want to save. We don't have a specific place because you're not going to be working in your H. You don't have an H at home, you know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my documents. You choose your path. I'm going to go to Tat Online, and here I'm going to create a new Python 3 file. This file, I'm going to rename it with the exact name that I use here. I can use the first word of the name, or I can use both, but then I have to use my room ID and name. So this is going to be dat act VM data manipulation dash your room, your ID, and your name. Okay. Before you start each one of the cases, we're asking you to use hashtag for comments case 1, and then start with your case. In the first case, the instruction says, write a program that asks for your name using the variable name, your age using the variable age, and display the following text. Hello name, you will graduate at approximately age years old. And they're also giving us the program, so you can check if you're right or not. So we're going to have name equal input quotes. What is your name? I'm sorry, I don't have to include this in English. And we're going to have age equal input of what is your age? And here, guys, since we know already that we're going to be using this variable age to do math, remember, we're going to manipulate it and say input as an integer. It has to be an integer. So in our print, we're going to have hello. We don't have to include spaces inside the quotes here, because any comma we type in Python is going to give us a space. So hello name, you are going to graduate at age +2 years old approx. Let me check if I included all the commas. I think I did. Very good. Now I run it. Your name is Sophia and you're 15. So hello, Sophia. You're going to graduate at 17 years old, approximately. I forgot a D here. Okay, I'm going to go to kernel, restart and clear outputs so I can have no mistakes. I'm going to run it again. Sophia, 15. And this is what I'm going to use recortes for, and I'm going to do a new one. I'm going to include the name of the file at the top. I'm going to select it all. I can do it 2 or 3 cases at a time. I'm going to go to a Word file. I'm going to create a new Word file. And here I give Control V and I have it. This file, this Word file, saved as a PDF, is what you're going to deliver into Canvas with all the programs. It's important that it's run. If it's not run, we're not going to consider right for your grades. So it's very important that it's run. After this, you can include another one and another one. So you're going to save them all in the same program. If you didn't do them all, you're going to lose some points. In this case, we have 6 cases. The first two have the first two, have the answer already there, so you can check. And the next 4, you're going to do on your own. I'm hoping you have no trouble with this. If you do, you're going to have your teacher available on Friday. Thank you very much.